Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, Keith, one-time Thurman, has been speaking to the media in the build-up towards the Manny Pacquiao fight, the big blockbuster Manny Pacquiao fight, July the 20th. So mark your calendars. We will be live here on True School Sports for a live fight reaction of Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao. Should be a fun night of boxing when it does happen. It's one of the probably the fight I'm looking forward to the most, honestly, of all the upcoming fights. But he spoke about something pretty petty. And honestly, Keith Thurman's been talking a lot, been building the fight up. But Keith Thurman's a smart guy, and I believe that he believes the delusion that's been coming out of his mouth recently. Now, he stated at a press conference that he believes that defeating Manny Pacquiao will, in fact, make him the A side of his next pay-per-view fight, which many people would anticipate should be a fight with Errol Spence Jr. because Keith Thurman has been that's a fight that I've been talking about here on YouTube for 4 years now, okay? And I always said that if they do fight, Errol Spence is going to destroy Keith Thurman. I stick to those words. But he also said that because someone asked him about him being the B side, and he said he had a spirited response to that. So we will read the quotes. We will dissect from there. If you want to read them for yourself, it will be in the description. Okay. So here's what he said. I quote: There ain't no I'm on the B side. How am I on the B side? That's just for advertisement purposes. Player, you know what I mean. When I fought Andy Garcia, we had it both sides. You had Thurman versus Garcia, and you had Garcia versus Thurman. Why? Because it's both champions. You know what I mean? I'm not going to argue over those petty things. That's petty, boy. That's petty. You want to come out first? You want to come out second? That's petty. You know what I mean? So like Manny Pacquiao, to him, trash talk is petty because he want to fight. Announcing who's this and banners that's petty to me because I already know I'm going to win. So there you have it. Keith Thurman posturing and presenting a lot of confidence through his statements. Now, look, the whole A side, B side thing, it is what it is in boxing. People can act like it's bullshit, and quite frankly, a lot of times it does feel like it's bullshit, but it exists, and it always exists, and it will continue to exist. So you accept it for what it is, because once you bake a cake, it's a damn cake, and you have your A side and you have your B side. If you don't want to be a B side, you win against the A side, and then you put yourself to be the position to be the A side, and then the guys that you fight will have to do the same thing to get to where you got to. So that's how boxing's always been, and that's how long continue to be. And as far as Keith one-time Thurman being the A side in this fight, or not being the B side of this fight, is he on drugs? Is he on drugs? Keith one-time Thurman. Do you know who we're talking about here? We're talking about one of the most, forget fighters, forget like boxers, we're talking about one of the most famous athletes, people on the planet in Manny Pacquiao. Okay, this man transcends the realms of boxing. And I mean, if you want to use social media as an indicator of just where you're at and where Pacquiao's at in terms of brand recognition and popularity, I mean, let's have it right. Manny Pacquiao right now on Instagram, he's got about like 4 million followers last time I checked. Let me see. Has he got 4? Is it 4? I believe it was 4. Pacquiao is it's actually 5. So Pacquiao has 5 million Instagram followers, and if we go over to Keith Thurman, he's pushing about, if I'm not mistaken, like 232,000, something like that. Let me see, 293,000. My bad. So almost 300,000 for Keith Thurman. So look, I know boxing's not about Instagram followers and pay-per-view buys and things like that. It's really about who can fight and who can't. But if we're gonna talk about if you're gonna bring in the B side A side thing, I mean that's a decent indicator there of what people, the following you have and the following Pacquiao has. The following you have is traditionally hardcore boxing fans, mainly American fight fans, or people who just are really big enthusiasts of the sport. That's Keith Thurman's core audience. Manny Pacquiao's audience is everybody. It could be boxing fans, it could be celebrities, it could be the Philippines, it could be anybody who just is a casual fight fan. He has a casual fight fan. That's where Manny Pacquiao's really conquered boxing as a casual fight fans. So you can't really compare yourself to a Manny Pacquiao, and to even insinuate that you're not the B side in this fight is insanely delusional. And to even use the Danny Garcia fight as an example is even more delusional, because look, when you fought Danny Garcia, y'all were on the same level. Y'all were two undefeated young American champions who had accomplished relatively the same things in boxing in their careers. And it was and you guys are both top Al Heyman guys. It was the first fight on CBS network television, so they wanted to make sure they promoted both you guys because you guys are both big names for PBC, and they wanted to really hype it up. And it did really well. It was one of the most viewed boxing events this country has seen in quite some time because it was on network television. It was on CBS. I believe it was PBC's first fight on CBS. It did 5.1 million views at its peak. And then when Thurman fought Porter in June of 2016, that was 3.9 million. So Thurman has done good numbers here in the States, but he's not a proven pay-per-view commodity. He's proven in the sense that he's done great views on network television, but that hasn't necessarily just because he's done lots of great views on network television, that hasn't necessarily translated to him being this crossover star. Because if you look at his Instagram numbers, he don't even have 500,000 Instagram followers. Okay. And this is his first pay-per-view fight, because what's funny is I think Keith Thurman stopped his own momentum. He stopped his own momentum because after he beat Danny Garcia on March the 4th, 2017, that was the highest viewed cable boxing match this country has seen since since Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns or something like that. It was a big deal. It was a big deal when he fought on CBS. And he shot himself in the foot because off the back of all that momentum, he did absolutely nothing with it. And he was out of sight and out of mind from the U.S. boxing public for almost 2 years. So, his career stagnated. Now he's going to fight Pacquiao. And this is his chance to re-announce himself to the world. Now, if he does win this fight, I will be the first to say this. If he wins this fight, he's got a point. If he wins this fight, he is the A side in any fight against any PBC fighter not named Pacquiao, because Danny Garcia doesn't have the resume at welterweight that Keith Thurman has. Errol Spence does not have the resume at welterweight that Keith Thurman has, because if Keith Thurman beats Pacquiao, we're looking at Porter, Garcia, and Pacquiao. He would easily have, outside of Pacquiao, of course, the best resume at welterweight, and it would put him in a position of strength. So he's got to win this fight, but to insinuate that he's anything less than a B-side in this fight would be absolutely crazy because of who his opponent is. Manny Pacquiao, okay? This guy is a senator. This guy is a singer. This guy freaking owns a basketball team. This man, Manny Pacquiao, is one of the most influential sports figures in the whole world. I would even go as far as to say Manny Pacquiao, probably in terms of the world itself, he might be one of the top 100 most influential world figures in general. So with that being said, you are a B-side. You are someone that, is second fiddle to Manny Pacquiao in this fight. Doesn't mean that you're not going to beat him. It doesn't mean you can't go in there and beat him, because none of this shit really matters once you both step in the squared circle. That's the beauty of boxing. One guy can be the A side and be a massive favorite by the bookies and have all these accomplishments, but accomplishments and resumes and things like that, they don't win you anything. They don't win you your next fight. You got to go in there and you got to prove yourself against the best time and time again. And that's what Manny Pacquiao will have to do for the 70-something time in his career, and that's what Keith Thurman will have to do for the 30th time in his career, and against arguably the best opponent he's ever fought in his career. So that's the news. Keith Thurman saying that he is not the B-side for Manny Pacquiao, insinuating that Manny Pacquiao and him are equal, which I think couldn't be any further from the truth. So I would like to get your guys' thoughts on this in the comments down below. Make sure you smash that like button, because it lets YouTube know that you're digging what I'm putting out here on True School Sports, and that you want to continue to see more, and it makes this video more searchable on YouTube. So smash that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe, because we're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. And just give me your thoughts on this whole Thurman delusion that gets bigger and bigger with each passing day. I'd like to know what you guys think in the comments down below. So do that. Take the time to subscribe, like I say in every single one of these videos. You can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.